Hello, people. I want to discuss something. There are certain people in the mafia genre or people that do these shows that have a lot more impact than other people. I'm fairly new to this. I've been doing it for about 4 months, 5 months, and I consider myself lucky because things kind of took off for me. But I want to talk about Jeff Carnarsie. Jeff Carnarsie came out with some really, really hard hitting report today, and I've downloaded it, and it's totally his. Um, so just so you do know, Mob Talk Radio has their own site, and I joined it just recently. It has so many goodies in there, and if you want to really learn about mob stuff, um, it's the place to go. It's like a wealth. It's like an encyclopedia of just knowledge. But anyway, I'm going to play something that was on there today. And this is something that I've been talking about for quite a while. People, some people listen to me about it. A lot of people don't listen to me about it. But when it comes for Jeff Canarsie, it kind of has a different type of impact, I would say. And so I'm going to play this, and then we'll talk about it when it's done. But here it goes.
Much done with it, but there is something I want to talk about. Jimmy Calandra recently, first of all, let me give you a little bit of background. Jimmy Calandra was in the streets all of 3 years. Jimmy Calandra had no reputation of his own. He lived off the reputation of Anthony Spiro and Paulie Galino. Galino pushed Spiro. Spiro had him killed. Jimmy Calandra was going to get killed. So the reality here is this. Jimmy Calandra was known in Bath Beach not as a tough guy, but as a junkie and somebody who broke into houses. That is the reality of who Jimmy Calandra is. Okay, and I've said this all the time on this show. Your reputation should not be based on who you're around. It should be based on what you are fucking capable of doing. Okay, so Jimmy Calandra's Bath Beach reputation was one of a guy who broke into fucking houses and a guy who fucking robbed people and a guy who was sticking everything up his nose and in his ass or whatever the case may be. Okay, so Jimmy tells the same 5 stories a dozen different fucking ways on his YouTube page. He doesn't get factual things right. He gets them ignorant and wrong all the time. This is a guy who supposedly knows the mafia, alleges he was in the mafia, which he wasn't. He wasn't even an on-the-record associate. So once again, you have another rat who is glorifying his lifestyle, who threatens everybody online, who can't take being told the truth, and reacts by dead people and whatever the fuck else. One of the things that Jimmy Calandra has done is attack Angel Gotti. He's entitled to defend himself because he takes a lot of shit. I'll give him that. But he attacks Angel Gotti because A, he doesn't like women. That's number one. Number two, he does it because of the name Gotti. He has no reputation of his own. He couldn't sell his fucking name to the fucking morgue if his life fucking depended on it. So he has to attack a woman. And that's sort of Jimmy's MO. Because Jimmy has a path. And allegedly used to beat his ex. Those are facts. Okay? There was also an incident in Ohio with him and another informant. And allegedly, according to dozens of people, Jimmy Calandra took a mentally handicapped woman back to a hotel room and attempted to assault her. And the police were called. Now, I don't know what happened after the fact, but I know when this happened because everybody was talking about it. And it's not nonsense. Over a dozen people told the story of what happened. They were there to do their rat convention where they sell tickets and they eat dinner with rats and they listen to rat tales. Well, Jimmy apparently picked up a mentally handicapped woman and tried to apparently, I guess, have sex with her. And I'm not saying he raped her. I'm not saying that. So please don't take that and try to spin with it. But apparently, whatever he did or whatever his intentions were, it was enough for people to call the police because they didn't want a mentally handicapped woman to be abused. And so the police showed up. To my knowledge, nothing happened. Is there a police report? Maybe there isn't. But this is the type of person that you are fucking dealing with. This is a guy who broke into a woman's house. His buddy kills the woman. He shoots the fucking dog. And then he wants to sit there and say that he had nothing to do with that murder. I say this all that you get into the car to rob the fucking bank. You drive, you are a part of it. You know what your friends in the car are capable of. And the mere fact that he won't admit that he is just as responsible for Ms. Shemtov's murder is despicable. Anybody that defends this clown is despicable. He's a piece of shit. Now, he took to his YouTube platform and he said that John Gotti wasn't tough. He wasn't a tough guy. Oh no, Jimmy's a tough guy. And his reasoning for saying that John Gotti wasn't a
1 second.
tough guy is because when John Gotti was a boss, he ordered murders and didn't do them themselves. Okay, you stupid fuck. How many people did Paul Castellano get a gun and run out and kill? How many people did Carlo Gambino grab a gun and go out and kill? How many people did Vincent Gigante go out and rob and kill? How many people did Vito Genovese, while he was boss, go out and kill? How many people did Joey Massino go out and fucking kill? Oh, wait. Because we'll be hearing crickets from now till fucking Egyptian blood farts come out of my fucking ears. Well, you know, he hired Tommy Karate to go and kill Willie Boy Johnson, who was a fucking rat. So that makes him not a tough guy. How many mob bosses do you know that serves out to other families? It's been happening since the 1900s. That's nothing new. And this is a guy that was allegedly in the mafia who was never an associate on record with anybody. He isn't able to read a book or watch a documentary and know that that's true. How can I know that? It's common knowledge. So that makes John Gotti not a tough guy. You have to look at the climate and the turmoil at the time. John Gotti had 24/7 surveillance. Willie Boy Johnson was a fucking informant. You want John Gotti to leave his house with a 38 in his pocket, drive up and shoot Willie Boy Johnson 9 times. You want a boss to do that. When you join the mafia, you do as you are told, whether you're a soldier, whether you're an associate, whether you're a captain, you do as you were told. How many times have we seen, Albert Anastasia got whacked on Vito Genovese's orders, who was a boss of the family, so Carlo Gambino could take over, as long as Gambino would back Genovese to take over. So you mean to tell me John Gotti's not tough because Tommy Karate from the Bonanno crime family did the Gambinos a favor? Are you stupid or what? John Gotti died chained to a fucking bed. John Gotti was locked down 24/7 for the majority of his time in federal prison, in the harshest prisons in this country. This is not about John Gotti talked on wiretaps. This is not about John Gotti killed the boss. This is about saying that a man is not tough. So let's compare. John Gotti was in the life since he was, 17, 18 years old. Under Carmine Fatico, under all kinds of other people. Very tight with Neil Della Croce, who were killers. Then he wants to debate how many people John Gotti killed. That makes you tough. Pulling a 12-pound trigger, it don't make you tough. Don't make you tough. I guess killing a woman makes you tough, doesn't it, Jimmy? Killing a dog who barks, that makes you tough, doesn't it? Jerk off. John Gotti died chained to a fucking bed. He couldn't even hug his own family, couldn't even say goodbye. He died on his own blood vomit. Chained to a fucking bed. Now, contrast, compare. Gotti was in his life in organized crime his entire life. John Gotti could have said, fuck this. I'm not going to spend the rest of my life in prison, and I'm going to talk, and I'm going to bury all the 5 families, including my own. But he doesn't. Tells the feds, go fuck yourself. And he does his time like a fucking man. Jimmy couldn't wait to rat quick enough. The second Jimmy got pinched, he ratted. He ratted. And he wants to be a hero. He's a scumbag. He's slower than an elephant's ball gag. The only thing that you can compare that to is a fucking pedophile and a rapist. They're all the same ilk. They're trash pails. Jimmy couldn't wait to rat. That's the first thing he fucking did. You ain't tough. You're a coward. That's what you are. He talks all this shit about, I go back to Back Beach. No, you don't. I know you don't. He talks all this crazy stuff. When I was in prison, you were a fucking errand boy. You had to post those letters from other prisoners who did time with you to prove that you were nothing but an errand boy and they chased you away from them in prison because they didn't want to be near you because you cried and whined. Then we could put those out and make you look like the dog that you are. But for you to even put your name in the same sentence as Tommy Patera is laughable. For you to even put your name in the same sentence as John Gotti is laughable. You weren't even Frank Ganji. Frank Ganji was tougher than you. Frank Ganji was a bigger man than you could ever hope to be. And Frank Ganji, God rest his soul, was a fucking rat. But even he had more scruples than you fucking did. Because the second you got hemmed up, I'm going to tell on everybody. How anybody can sit there with a photo of John Gotti behind their head and praise you makes me fucking sick. Because you ain't nothing but a fucking jerk off and a rat. And I'll say it to your face. All these people think, he's a big, bad, tough guy. Name me one thing that Jimmy Calandra did on his own. Name me one thing. You can't. It's always, the Back Avenue crew. You don't even know who Jimmy Calandra was. But you glorify him. And Jimmy says, John Gotti was no Roy DeMeo. You dumb fuck. Do you know how many murders Roy DeMeo committed on his own? Not many. It was his crew that were the psychotic killers. The captain, who was Roy DeMeo, ordered his crew to kill people. So I guess that makes Roy not tough either because, you said that John Gotti ordered other people to do it, so that didn't make him tough. Meanwhile, you think Roy DeMeo ordering it makes him tough. You're a fucking idiot. And you're a fucking rat. And anybody that platforms you, anybody that talks to you, anybody that calls you their friend, anybody that looks up to you needs to have their fucking head examined. Because he ain't a fucking tough guy. He sure as fuck ain't a stand-up guy. He's a fucking rat. And you know where rats belong? In the fucking ground. Straight up. End of the fucking story. So Jimmy, shut the fuck up. Anybody that follows him, well, I got news for you. Listeners to mob genre shows don't have to be stand-up. That's not your job. It's not my job to be stand-up. It's nobody's job to be stand-up. But don't sit there and talk how great John Gotti is and then call a rat a friend. It just doesn't make sense to me. And that's what leads me to this. Anybody that does a mob genre show, if they want to interview rats, listen, that's their thing. They can do that. I'm not going to say, this guy interviews a rat, so he's a pile of shit. No, I think you need your head examined, but to each their own. Different things. But when you try to act like you're a street guy, and you're like, John Gotti, I got a big photo of him behind my head. Jimmy Calandra's coming on. I'm going to start jerking off now. Ooh, Jimmy, fuck out of here. Stop platforming fucking rats. Stop believing what they say. It's repulsive. And so if you want to talk about toughness, Jimmy, maybe you shouldn't put your name with men, because you ain't a fucking man. You're a mental midget and a fucking moron. A fucking moron. We'll be back on Mob Talk Radio.
Well, that was pretty solid. I mean, I've said it in a couple shows that I recently did. I had this man wish my brother rot in hell. But these are things that we need to know. People may not like to hear what was just said, But they have to understand that it's not just me that's thinking this. Me, I'm nobody. You got people that are more respected in this industry or in this genre than I am by far. And when those people start saying it, whether it's the Jeff Carnarsies, the MRE, and they're saying it, and they're more successful at what they do than everybody else is at this time. And I'm not talking about how many viewers you have. I'm talking about respect. How respected are you? That's what it comes down to. And, we lose our respect. Like people get angry at me when and Jeff Carnarsie said it point blank. He doesn't agree with interviewing rats, but I choose to do so because I believe that anybody should be interviewed. Because everybody has the right to say their piece. But he doesn't agree with me, and I respect that. But this glorifying people that weren't nearly what they say they were has to stop. And here's what's going to happen. I'm going to be blasted and attacked for playing this. We know what's going to happen. Whenever Jimmy's attacked, someone picks up for him and comes at me really hard. And that's what this person's going to do because his boy has been attacked. His superhero's been attacked, and he's going to want to protect him. So he's going to talk about how great he is and what a scumbag I am. That's just the way it goes. But this is what happens when you attack certain people. Other people pick up the mantle for them and come after you. But you know what? No matter what, I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. And this isn't me that just said what was said. This is one of the more respected people in this industry that said it. Exactly what I feel. I just can't say it as well as that person said it. And like I said, Mob Talk Radio is a much bigger platform than, and many more people listen to it than me. And, that's just what I wanted to play, When I heard this, I was like, oh my God. I mean, this makes perfect sense, and it does, I get blasted because, Gene Barillo comes over here and comes on my show and, he's a rat. If we're going to say one person is a rat, let's call all the rats who are rats, rats. Let's make it all equal. We can't just say John Alite is a rat. We can't just say Gene Barillo's a rat and give people free pass. Why do those people deserve free pass? They put people in prison for life, for the rest of their life. They all did. Whether it's John Alite, Gene Barillo, or Jimmy Calandra, they all put people in prison for the rest of their life because they turned evidence. But the reality is John Alite and Gene Barillo were higher up on the ladder. And if you don't believe me, just listen to that. That was just played. All you got to do is listen to it. Now it's here. It's a recording. It's not going anywhere. It's going to stay right here. And you know what? I'm just going to drop my 20-minute video. This is going to upset some people. It's going to ruffle some feathers, but it's what has to be played, people. And I hope that people listen to this, that need to listen to this, and stop treating people like superheroes. It's ridiculous. It really is. I mean, when this guy shows up, everybody's smiling and they're all happy, and it's ridiculous. Well, that's all I have to say, people. Cane Shade. Cane Shade has made 1,000 viewers. As you know, Cane Shade originally started on my channel. And then he decided to go work his own channel, and we always stayed friends. And he's gotten to 1,000. And Cane Shade was at 1,000 people once before. Let me see something here. He was at 1,000 once before. Okay. Give me 1 minute, please. Yeah, I want to show you something that I think is important. 1 minute. I'm just setting this up.
In the beginning of the show,
I want to give you an idea what type of person Cane Shade is. It's very important that we know what kind of person he is and how he got to 1,000. He originally had a show once before where he was at 1,000. And I'm just going to put this on and let you hear this. Cane Shade, I hope that you don't get upset I'm playing this, but as you know, it's I actually have the right to play it as long as I talk during it. So we'll fair use, it's called, my man. But I don't think you'll have any trouble with me showing this. Okay, here we go.
Carter gave a message to all of you guys. I'm gonna replay that and I'll put the outro music. Y'all a blessed night. Thanksgiving is Thursday. I will be back Friday with JTP. Y'all have a blessed night. Here's Carter's message to everyone here. I'm gonna play it right here. Here's Carter right here.
What's up, everybody? This is Carter here. Man, something really cool happened today. But first, about 8 months ago, I had on my original YouTube channel, ACP Carter 45 channel, I hit 1,000 subscribers. That same day, like a couple hours later, my channel was flagged down. So the day I hit 1K, my channel got flagged. So I lost it. And man, I was tore up about it, man. I was upset, and I was talking to my boy Cane Shades on the phone. And Cane Shades did one of the nicest things anyone's ever done for me. He gave me his channel. His original channel already had 1,000 subscribers. He gave it to me. And like I said, it's one of the nicest things anyone's ever done for me. So Cane Shades just kind of laid low for a while. He decided, a few months ago, he's like, you know what, I'm gonna get back on YouTube and start doing this thing. And well, you know, today, Cane Shades hit 1,000 subscribers. So congrats. Cane Shades on hitting 1,000 subscribers, man. Hey, sky's the limit. You did it like super fast, man. So you're on a roll. I know that, it's only the beginning. And my thing is, I just want to say congrats, bro, and thank you for what you did for me. And, sky's the limit, man. So thank you.
Okay, I wanted you to see that because, so just imagine that Cane Shade gets to 1,000 on another show. This guy loses his show because he got shut down. It had to do with football, and God knows why YouTube shut him down what they did. And then Cane Shade gave him his channel. He came over and hung out with me for a month or two, and then he went and started his own channel and really worked on it, and he's there. Congratulations to him. And if you haven't gone to Cane Shade Show, it's really good, man. It's really, really good. You really should check it out. Well, that's all I have to say tonight. Jeff Carnarsie, once again, thank you for letting me put that up. I appreciate it, and I know it's going to have an impact. Okay, everybody, take care. Thank you.